And the Cape Breton Fiddlers came over. I can't remember when it was. I think it was the 70s. And he wrote this tune for them. Great tune. It's got a great ending. And when I was a kid, we used to take turns. One person would do the, and the other person would go up. And it was really cool at the same time, and then we kind of cross each other. Kind of neat. Anyway, so I thought that would be a great finisher for this set of Scottish music. And I thought we could find another reel. I'll have to have a think about it, but another reel to go after Willa Fjord. The only thing about the Cape Breton visit to Shetland, though, is that it is challenging. You can see that it goes down in the key of A on the low strings. Right? And I don't want to get bogged down too much in that kind of A major down low work, because we already have a few things that do that, right? Like Dusky Meadow, for instance. And I got some feedback about Dusky Meadow. Who's still having trouble with Dusky Meadow? Lots of people. Okay, we are going to practice that tune tonight too. We're going to go dead slow, and we're going to try to identify what's going on, why it's so hard, besides the, the obvious thing, the key and the bit of the bowing as well. Okay? So those are the things that we'll touch on tonight. Yes, Anne?
I did all right until the very last minute, but anyway, I've got the music. But you were talking about Willerfield there. There's at least 5 of us play it.
There's what?
At least 5 of us play it, because we play it with the small group that I have.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I figured a few people would already have it, and then the rest of us can learn it, and, we'll strengthen each other as soon as we're allowed to be together. We can't strengthen each other right now, but anyway, we'll carry on. So why don't we warm up? We'll do our G major. We're going to do an A major as well. Okay, we're going to strengthen that up. We'll practice some Miss Rowan Davies. We'll learn these tunes, and we'll practice Dusky Meadow and see what else we can get done tonight for another Exile night. Oh, geez, we're still getting people. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get my tuner up here, and we can do a real nice job of G major here. Mindful, as they say, as the young people say these days. Okay, here we go. G major, your very best G major. Ready, 2, 3, go. Let's do an arpeggio. Ready, go. How's everybody feeling about G? The hand getting warmed up there? Starting to feel like fiddler? Okay, so let's try G now that you've tuned it. Let's try it a little bit faster, okay? A little quicker. It's going to be like this. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Can't give myself 100%. I had a few whoppers there. A few I had to pull in. There was 3 of them actually. The arpeggio was good, but I had 3 whoppers in the scale. So let's do it again. Same speed. I want to get 100. 1, 2, 3, go. That's 100. I got 100 that time. Everybody else doing good? Even when we're going fast? That's great. Very good. Okay, now let's see. So let's work on Miss Rowan Davies since it's in G, and we'll be nicely warmed up for it. Let's see how that goes. Miss Rowan Davies. I'm not sure if I went through a double stopping plan for those that are interested in playing some double stops in this tune. Did I talk about that with this tune? I did. Oh, great. Okay. So I'll be doing them. When we're practicing here, I'll be doing them so that you can sort of to remind you where they might go when you're putting them in. Okay? I'll try to do as many of the ones I suggested as I can. Okay. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Good finish there, everybody. Nice zoom finish. Now, how's everybody feeling about the tune? Is anybody having any problems at all? Anything at all? No? Okay. Anybody able to get a few double stops in there? Did that work out for anybody? Oh, good. Few. And we don't need everybody to do them, that's for sure. We only need a few, right? One thing I noticed as I was playing the tune and doing some double stops is that I'm very often not holding the double stop for the whole note. I very often just hit it at the beginning. You see that? And I let that G ring and I play the melody, and it seems to have kind of a better effect than... I think that's nicer. See that? And it's a little bit less kind of stressful because you don't have to double stop the whole way. But for practice, of course, that would be a good idea. Always good to get good at the double stops right from one end of the bow to the other. Any other questions about ornaments? We talked about a few things. There's not a whole lot you do in this tune except, put feeling into it, So think of something sad. Really, really sad. Like the saddest thing ever, like a chair that's got broken legs or, I don't know, a pencil that's too short for anybody to use. Something like that. You know what I mean? And see if you can get that coming through your bow. And that's where it comes in, eh? That's where the feeling comes in, is in your bow. The speed of it and the shape of the notes. Okay? Let's do it again. One more time for the practice. I'm glad you're playing the whistle on it there, Barb. That's my brother Marty used to play whistle on this tune in our family band when I was a kid, and it's a really nice touch on this tune and easy on the whistle. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. From the top. tune finished. Good sign. All right, how's everybody? Are you feeling something? I was gonna say, how's everybody feeling? But I'm hoping you're feeling something, you know, and then it's coming through that bow. Is everybody doing good with that? We can leave that for now.
I have a question, Dan.
Sure.
So when I was away last week, I took my shoulder out in hockey. So
Oh yeah, right.
So back at it, but
Good.
so I missed practice. So B part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars in, and it has a dotted quarter with an eighth, and we're not playing it that way. It's more like just quarter.
Yeah, that's kind of well. Okay, so we'll play it like it's written there, Darwin. There's a little bit of interpretation there, I think, on my part.
Well, I mean, if you change it to whatever, I mean, it's fine either way.
Yeah, well, let's do it like it's written. Let's try to stick to the way it's written, okay? There's going to be a little bit of push and pull with the length of the notes and stuff, but let's try. I will try to stick to the way that it's written. All right?
That's great tune. I love it.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's not the greatest version. That's the best version I could find on the internet, but it's not quite the way that I play it, but it's close enough. Okay? Good point, though, Darwin. I'm glad your shoulder's feeling better, man. Anybody else got anything like that? Anything at all about Miss Rowan Davies? All right, well, let's leave her for now then, okay? So let's take a look at these little tunes here. Airthy Castle and Willa Fjord. Not too hard. Start with Airthy. Now, I happened to find, it was pretty cool, I happened to find Tom Anderson's original handwriting for this tune. Hey, everybody notice that? That's his original handwriting, which is pretty cool. Now, my family met him on a few occasions back in the, I think it was in the 80s, in the late 80s. I remember meeting him. So I'm very happy that we're playing his music. And I'm very, very chuffed that I found this. And this is what we learned it off of. And I realized that I got a couple of notes wrong over the years. And again, this is a thing where we've been sticking to the way it's written. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Very distinctive handwriting. So let me play the tune first. You guys can follow along the music. Yep.
What's his name, Dan?
It's called Airthy Cat. Oh, the guy's name? Tom Anderson. He's the guy that wrote Das Locket Light. Do you guys know that tune? Das Locket Light. It's beautiful, gorgeous tune. He wrote that. He wrote many great tunes. And a great guy altogether. We played, when I was growing up, we played a lot of his music.
Dan, sorry, I didn't get your email. I can't find that.
Okay, I'll forward it to you right now there, Wendy.
I get it, but not this time. So.
That's okay. It's doesn't always work.
Great, thank you.
No problem. Wendy Brown 66, yeah. Okay. Just sent it. Should get to you in light speed. Oh, and Anne-Marie sent me.
Great, thanks.
Anne-Marie sent me the Cape Breton visit to Shetland. Ah, nice one there. I recognize this version. Is it Etta Sandy's book? Looks like it. I think it might be. Page 75. I think it is. Yep. Page 75 in Sandy's book. And that's a good version. So we'll work with that version if we end up doing the tune. Okay, so now, Wendy, have you got that yet? Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to play it. You guys are going to listen, follow along the music, and then we're going to take her phrase by phrase, which is our usual. Key of D, not too hard. simple, repetitive tune. And that middle bit there is the one that we play different, but it can't, like, I thought when I first read it, I was like, that's got to be a typo, but it ain't a typo. This is Tom Anderson's original handwriting, so it's definitely not a typo. And the phrase there is, that's not the way that we played it growing up, but this is, you know, we're going to do it the way it's written, because this is definitely the way that Tom Anderson wanted it to be played. Anyway, so it's not too hard. You can really hear the phrases. We got this one here. That's what I love. That's my favorite phrase of the tune there, the first one. And then we got this filler one. And then we got the first phrase again. Okay, so let's see if we can learn this first phrase. You can see that it's got all the short notes are first. So, dee-dle-die, die-dle-die, short, long, da, short, long, da, short, long. Okay, cut, hold, whatever way you refer to it. So let's see if we can do that nice and slow. One, two, three. See how I'm slurring those in an up bow, okay? It works really well. It'll work well for all you guys. All those 16th note followed by the dotted 8th there is going to be in an up bow each time, 3 times. So let's do that again. Beginning phrase. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time to be sure. Ready, 2, 3. Okay, everybody getting that scotchiness under their arm? Now the next bit. Very scaly little bit there. F to D. That's kind of an arpeggiated bit, actually. And then down you go. And then we got this here, G to B. And then E. See that? Let's just try that. Now you can notice, I don't know if you guys noticed, but, and hopefully you're getting the hang of this, but the regular straight 8th notes that you see in the music, I'm putting a little swing on it, eh? Okay, a little scotchy, marchy swing. So, kind of get used to that. That's the usual. Okay, now let's see if we can play this middle phrase. 3rd bar into the first part. F to the D. Arpeggiate. Ready? Go. Let's do it again. Ready? Go. Okay, that's the middle phrase. Then we do the first phrase again. Let's go ahead and do that. Ready, 2, 3. That's still in there. That's good. And then we got the ending. And that's slightly different than the way I played it growing up as well. But we're going to go with Tom Anderson's version since it is his. Okay? So let's get this ending. It's a little bit squirrely. F to the A. G to the G. And then E, D, D. And that's the part that kind of is not intuitive to my ear. I want to come down from F, but that's not the way it is. So let's try that. It's the last 2 bars of the first part. F to the A. Ready, 2, 3, go. Again. Now I know there's not that cut in there, but I always played that cut in there. So the E is the short one there, okay? And I feel like I'm going to do it whether I want to or not. So you guys might as well do it too. So the E is the short one in there. Let's do it again. Ready, and. Again. Last time. Okay, that's it. So now we're going to put together this A part. So let's start at one end and go right to the other, shall we? Whew. A 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. One more time. Okay. Anybody having any difficulties or any questions about any part of that A part that we just got there? No? Doing good? Okay. Let's take the grinder to it just a little bit. Let's do it 4 times in a row. Okay? See if you can get the bowing the same as me. It'd be a really good thing to do. Little quicker as well. It is a march after all. We've got to get to Earthy Castle somehow. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Last time, I swear. Whew! Bowing looks good. I was taking a look. Most people are doing what they should be doing, okay? I thought of some double stops. I'm sure you heard them. See that? Now, the big one I do is on that F sharp, I play the A. And then an octave. And then back to the FA. And that might be good. Anybody that's inclined to do double stops, those are really good, especially if we all did them together. Those that are into it. See that? Because it just punches out those quarter notes really nice. Okay? And a little idea. And then there's this here. It's really nice. So I'm a lazy bow. My bow's going over to the D, but it stays on the F. Why not? And then we got this. That's C sharp and E there. Okay, that's what I'm doing there. And then the same double stop. You could do a little octave at the end if you want. I don't really do it, I don't think, but if you wanted to, you could. Okay?
Dan,
Yes.
could you just, the third bar, I'm not sure I'm dotting the same notes as you.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it like this. Okay, I put a couple of cuts in there, but it was just my habit. But we're just going to stick to the straight with a little bit of swing to it for that part.
Okay.
Any place that you see those runs of eighth notes, unless I tell you we have to do a cut and hold, like in the ending there, we'll just be doing that kind of straight with a slight swing to it. Okay? Good question, though. I'm terrible for that. Everybody is. Everybody messes with the sandwiches. Okay, any other questions about the A part before we move on to the B part? Right then, let's move on. Now, this B part is one of these parts that has the same phrase like 3 times, three times slightly different. Okay? So it kind of each phrase starts the same way with this kind of A, B, A, G, F, G, F, E that ends up coming in a lot. Okay? So let's see if we can get the first phrase anyway. I'm doing that again, see? And if you were to do it, the short note would be the F. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. Okay? Keep that in your mind. So it's pretty easy, but let's go over it. First phrase of the second part. And let's play the pickup notes. Okay, the F and the G. The pickup notes for the second part. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do it again. Ready? 2, 3. And then it continues in the same way, except down a note. And then we got this here, which I love. That's a great part there. So let's see now. Let's start at the top of that phrase and see if we can get all the way to my favorite part. Okay? 1, 2, 3. And then it starts the same way, but it takes a turn. So let's do that again exactly the same. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time to be sure. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. And then we got to get this ending. That's the way I find that very strange, but we're going to get it, and I'm going to get it with you. So let's just take a look at just that bar, because everything else we already know. So we're talking about the second bar of the third line from the end. Okay? Third line from the end, second bar. Here's how it sounds. I'll do it again. It's neat, no question about that. So let's see if we can get it together. Let's do it like 5 times there, guys. Just that bar. 1, 2, 3, go. Do it again. Another time. Another time. Last time. Okay, starting to get under your fingers? It's not bad, I kind of like it. It's just not what I remember, Now, let's see. Let's see how far we can get before it gets awful, okay? So let's start at the top of the second part, nice and slow, and we'll see if we can get through to the very end. All right, the last line. I bet you we can get right through. And we'll play the pickup notes. 1, 2, 3. We get the two for ending, eh? Gotta love it. Gotta love a two for ending. So that's it. So that's the B part. Now, how's everybody feeling about all those phrases? Are we getting kind of starting to connect them okay? Oh, that's great. Okay. Please stop me if you have any questions or problems, but let's grind away at this second part a little bit. Let's do it a good few times. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Woo! Everybody good? Great. Very, very good. So we're going to try the whole damn thing now, right from one end to the other. A couple times, I'd say. Let's do it 3 times. And the third time I'm going to push you. And we'll see. Because we went through this tune fairly quickly there, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but didn't take long to learn it. So let's do it slow a couple of times, and then just let's go ahead and put a push on it. It's a march, so we're not going to be doing it much faster, but just a little bit of a push on it there, okay? So 3 times. Last time you'll feel a push, and it'll be... Oh, guitar players. I did send a copy that I found on the same website that has chords. And are you finding that those chords are working okay? Any guitar players?
Yeah, no, they sound good.
They sound good? Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so we'll just stick with those. Cool. Great. Okay, here we go. Let's get the grinder out. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. up bows happened at the same time. I just love that. Okay, now I have made an executive decision. I seem to not be able to not put a cut and hold on the third measure into the third measure in the tune. See that? I can't seem to stop doing that. So we're going to go with it, okay? So that means that the F is the short one and the A is the long one. I don't think Tom will mind. I mean, he's dead now, but I don't think he would have minded anyway. Anyway, so that's definitely going to happen. I seem to be doing it every time, so we're just going to go with it, okay? Now, how are we feeling? How did everybody do? Anybody having any problems they want to tell me about?
Just wondering about the last bar and the second line. Where is the cut or the, changes rhythm there?
So the E is the short one, and that's going to be the E in that measure, the first E in that measure. So the E is the short one and the G is the long one. Da 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 da. That's another thing I can't seem to help doing. I think it's better anyway. The change in the tunes, it happens all the time. And my buddy Ross wrote a tune for his pipe band, and I think it was the Peel Police Pipe Band. And it got picked up and played by a lot of pipe bands. And he was at a big competition in Belfast. And the Belfast band was playing, and they won that particular competition. And they were playing his tune. I can't remember which tune it was now. And it's a four-parter, and they had changed the fourth part slightly. And Ross, who was about 16 years old at the time, goes up to your man, who was the leader of the Belfast band, and he says, you guys sounded great, great. I noticed that you were playing my tune. And the guy says, yes. And he says, I noticed you played the last part a little differently than what I wrote. Any reason for that? And the guy goes, you wrote it wrong. So it happens. We're going to take liberties. Anyway, but I don't think there's any other cut and holes that I'm missing. Am I? Anybody tell me if I'm missing one? How about we do it once more and you can tell me? Okay? Let's do it one more time and tell me if I'm cutting anything else. And we'll mark it down. I think that was a good speed. We're not going to go faster than that last speed. That's like the perfect speed for this march. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So that's Earthy Castle, and it looks like everybody's kind of feeling pretty good about it. It's not that hard, so that's great. Now, take a little breather. We're going to take a look at Willa Fjord. Okay, I'm going to get it up and out on my desktop. You know, I was at the session there last night, and I was talking to some people, and there was a couple of people that are kind of interested in joining our orchestra, which is pretty cool. There's a guy called Bruce Seat, and he mentioned that he ran into one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Small world. I ran into Bruce in a work capacity. We were about to wrap up the meeting, and he goes, "I have an identical twin, and I play the fiddle." I'm like, "You're kidding me! I have an identical twin, and I play the fiddle." What a small world!
Wow, that's pretty cool. Bruce is a great guy, and he's a very good player. He has been working so hard at getting the Irish. He comes to like every session. He has for years. And like he doesn't, you know, it's not a background for him. So he's really trying to get it in there. And he sounds great. He's a really nice player. He also plays guitar.
Cool. So is he going to join then, you think?
He's thinking about it. He lives in Oakville.
Yeah.
So he really is strongly thinking about it. But he's a very busy guy and he goes around the road a lot. Because he teaches software testing or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, he works for Sanofi. It's like a life sciences pharmaceutical company. Like super sharp guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so he travels a lot, so it's a bit of a commitment, but he's kind of leaning towards it. And then there's a girl there, Stephanie Lee, who plays the flute. She's a very nice player as well. And she heard us talking about it, and she was like, "What's this group you're talking about?" And I mentioned how, like, I don't, you know, it would be great if we had more than fiddles. I mean, we have one tin whistle, but it would be great if we had some more different instruments. It'd be really, really good. So, you know, I thought that was great. If we can get a few people that come to the sessions in the orchestra, it's going to make us all a lot stronger. So it's a good sign. Okay, let's see. Willa Fjord. Okay. Yeah, I also found a very good version. It's exactly the same as the way I played it growing up, which is great. I love when that happens.
So is that a Shetland tune, you saying?
Willa Fjord? It's... I don't know if it's... Yeah, it is. It is. Because I looked it up. Oh, whoops. I accidentally opened up.
Because they don't use the word fjord normally in Scotland. That would be in the Shetland where they speak Old Norse still.
Oh yeah, it's mostly Vikings up there. You really got to watch everything when you go up there. You know what I mean? They still have strong Viking tendencies up there.
Yeah, one of my best friends when I lived in Scotland was from Orkney.
Oh really? Oh.
I visited Orkney and stuff like that.
Yeah, Orkney I love. We were there once, long time ago. Okay, I'm just looking to see here.
When we went to Norway, we went climbing in Norway together. He could speak to the Norwegians in English. They thought he was speaking Norwegian.
There you go. Yeah, it is Shetland, and it says region Greenland via Shetland. But I thought it was a Shetland tune. So, and it's by a guy called what's it called now? Yeah, Joe Buchanan. Kind of interesting. I never knew who wrote it. Been playing it for a long time. Anyway, it's a really neat little tune. I'm going to give it a couple of goes here, then we're going to get it. It'll take us about 10 minutes. Nice. That'll be a great change. Although I'm hoping for a tune to go in between Willa Fjord and the Cape Breton's visit to Shetland. And I'm still on the fence with the Cape Breton visit to Shetland because I don't want to bog you guys down in so much A major. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes with the Dusky Meadow. And what's the other one we're doing that's hard like that? Isn't there another one? I can't think of it off the top of my head. But let's see how we get along with it. And if we start to get somewhere, then we'll do the Cape Breton's Welcome there. It's a great tune, and it's a very, very common tune. It's like everybody plays it. Good one to have under your belt.
Hey Dan,
Yes.
is it dusty with a T or with a K?
With a K, dusky, like nighttime, almost,
Okay.
not quite.
Thank you.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
In this tune, do we ignore those ties and you play them as separate notes?
No, we're gonna do the ties, and so that's how you get the syncopated sound. Okay, that's how I get that syncopated sound. Watch my foot there, everybody. See that? That's how my dad got us to make sense of this tune when I was a kid. He used to say, rely on your foot. The first note is with your foot. The second one is before your foot. You see that? So watch me again. Okay, and it really worked like a charm. Now, it helped that we were already users of the foot, right? And I always stress this for, mainlanders. If you don't already use the foot, don't worry about it too much. It's just another thing to try to learn. But if you already use the foot, this will be very useful to you, okay? And that's how it works there, Peter. Yes?
Can you put your foot up on the computer, please?
You can't see it? You have to see my knee. See that? Watch from...
No?
You can't see my knee? Here, there we go. Okay, I'll do it again. Is that better?
No.
You're going to have to imagine it.
No knee.
What's that?
No foot, no knee.
The label is right, Lisa, on my screen. The label is right across where your knee is.
Okay, hold on. Let me try. I'm going to try again.
So Dan, does your knee land halfway between the tie?
Yeah, well, it lands. Yes, it lands on the second note of the tie. So the foot lands on beat 4. Okay?
It's on the end of the beat. It's on the back beat.
It's on the back beat. I'm starting that A on the end of the beat.
Okay, good.
I'm starting that A on the end of beat 2. And my foot's coming down on beat 3. See what I mean? So, and 3. So now, can you see my knee now? Okay, I'm going to do it again. Watch my foot. Okay, does that help? I gotta tell you, when I was a kid, it really helped us when Dad mentioned that. Just rely on your foot. With it, before it. With it, before it. See that? Okay. The other thing is, if you're having trouble with those ties all together, you could do like Peter said there and just play them as 2 notes. And the thing is that when you're playing along with us, it'll fit. It sounds slightly different. This is what it sounds like. See that? And sometimes with some people, I get them to do that first. See that? So that you can tell that how long that note's supposed to last for. And then you tie them together. Sometimes that can really help, okay? So if you're having trouble with that syncopation, just go ahead and just play the 2 notes. And you'll get a good sense of it, especially when you're playing along with me. Now, that being said, let's take a look at these phrases. So the pickup note is a B. And then we got the long A, short F, and then we got our long A. And then we got a D major arpeggio. Okay, so it's like this. Let's just try that, all of us. Hi, Liz. We're working on Willa Fjord. And we just started it. We just cracked it just now. So we're going to go slow. And we're going to play that first phrase. We're going to see if we can get this syncopation happening here. Nice and slow. One, and we're going to play the pickup. 1, 2, 3. Is everybody feeling that so far? It looks good. Everybody getting there? Okay, so let's try that again. Just those 3 syncopated phrases we're going to do. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Now the part that comes next is really easy. Up the scale, down the scale. That's it. Very simple. Okay, and then we're going to do the syncopated part again. So let's try that. Let's try going right from the top and see if we can get as far as the ending. That's another scale. Okay, let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3. Up we go. Again. Okay, I gotta let John back in. People getting kicked off there tonight.
Dan,
Yes.
you're playing something different in the fourth bar, third bar. The ending is different. And I think you'll...
Oh yeah, look at that. It is different. So that's an E and a G. That sounds weird to me. It's not what I remember. It's fine. We'll do it like that. It's less confusing. So that's an E and a G there. So those 3 phrases are not exactly identical.
I
Okay?
think he wrote it wrong.
I think he wrote it wrong, but that's okay. We'll just we'll go with it for now. Okay, so let's try. And then did we get the ending? Yeah, we're all good. So anybody having any problems besides my little gaff there? Any other problems before we kind of grind away at it? What's that? Yeah.
Dan, just a question. Do you care what strum pattern the guitar will do for this one?
No. Now I'll give you a few pointers about playing along with syncopated music. First of all, sometimes the instinct when you're accompanying syncopated music is to do it along with the melody. So, like, you know, da 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 da. I kind of think it's better not to. Let the melody do it. Okay? Then you can hear that syncopation a little bit better, and whenever you try to do it together, you always run the risk of, not doing it together. You know what I mean? It not being very tight. And syncopation is notorious for speeding up. So that second A, all of you guys are going to cut off short. Okay? And so when you're trying to tighten up stuff like that, it's kind of hard. I find it much better to just play a regular timeline and let us do it on top. Okay? We'll see how it goes, though. I mean, I can't hear you, so we can't experiment or anything like that. But it's a good start. It's definitely a good start. Just a regular timeline. We'll see how it feels, and then we can mess with it from there. Okay, good question.
Thanks.
Yeah, good question, Grant, for sure, for the backers. Same with the bar on. Don't worry too much about that craziness. Just kind of keep banging away. Okay? Let's do it a few more times. I was going to be playing bar on that hologram, too. Really disappointed. I have to wait till next year. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3. Whoops. It's nice. A little faster. Again. Woo! Starting to groove already. Not even that fast. Groovy little tune. Now let's see about this second part. It's basically the same idea except it's up higher, and it's a little bit kind of I don't know. It has a little bit different phrases in the middle, but it's a very similar idea. So it's like this. Same ending too, for gotta love it. See that? Very, very simple. So let's see if we can get these. This will be easy. So we got the pickup note as an E. And then we got F, D, F, F, D, F. Wow. Okay, so let's give that a try nice and slow. Ready, and then this. That's a hard move. John's getting kicked out again. Poor John. Let him in. Okay. And then we do it all again. Same exact thing as the first part. And then we got the ending. So let's split that up again. We got the first phrase. G, E, A, F, down we go. Again. One more time. How are we feeling, people? I'll tell you that phrase in the middle, the third bar in, where you go down to the low G, that is one of the other things that I did not do when I was a kid. We didn't go down to that low G. We just went to the A, like you do in the first bit there. See that? That's what we did there. But I like the G, and it is a challenge. Now, to get to the G, you're going to roll over, right? You're not going to pick up your finger and put it back down over on the D string. You're just going to roll over there, because that's quite a move. See that? See that? Just a little shove here, and you got those three notes. Okay? Any questions or problems with that B part at all before we grind it? Okay, let's get out the sandpaper and go to it. Let's see, let's do it 4 times. 1, 2, 3. A little faster. One more time. Whew. Okay. Everybody okay? Despite the speed? Okay, great. So, if there's no further ado, which I don't even mind if there is, then we'll try the whole thing. So does anybody have any questions or problems or things they're frightened of if we try to do the whole thing or anything like that? Okay, give yourself a little shakeout. We've been working hard tonight and we'll do the whole thing.
Dan,
Yes.
can we change that G to A?
You don't like that G? I don't mind changing it to A. It's just certainly more intuitive to me. How about everybody else? Do we mind if we change that G to an A?
With Meg on this one, I'm glad she spoke up.
Okay.
Dan,
Yes.
Dan, the group that already play it, we play it with, we don't play it with the G, we play it with an A, so it might be simpler.
Okay, so hereby it's been concluded that Joe Buchanan was wrong in that bar, and we're going to change that G to an A. Okay, he must have been distracted. So that's going to be an A. I'm happy about that. I was getting used to the G, but, you know, it's definitely, A is definitely more, you know, I don't know what you call it, intuitive. That's what it is. Alrighty. So, here we go. We're going to start at the top. We're going to go right through. We're going to do it like, say, 3 times without stopping or screwing up or anything like that, okay? From the top, Willa Fjord. A 1, 2, 3. fun tune.
I got
Agnes, what do you
bored,
got
so
there
I
for
made
me?
caramel.
You made some caramel. My boy just presented me with some homemade caramel. Look at that.
I got bored.
You got bored. Not bad, Jerome.
There isn't very much more. I think I'm gonna make more.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
2 ingredients.
I know.
Water and sugar.
Water and sugar. That's very good. Yummy.
No.
It's great having a boy that's a chef.
Through the chat?
What's that?
Can you send some through the chat?
Bit of caramel. A little drawer on the computer. You can put it in there. Close it, you know? That'll be the next thing. Okay. So everybody get along okay? Yes, Anne-Marie?
Just wondering about that third bar. I think sometimes you're playing the way you used to, and then the other way. It sounds better the way you're playing it, I think.
Are we going to make another executive decision about Joe Buchanan? Okay, let's do it. So we're going to make the third bar the same as the first bar. D major arpeggio there. I agree. I mean, you know, I'm trying to do I'm trying to do it as it's written just to avoid confusion, but I definitely agree it sounds better with the...
And we already play it the same as the first bar. So
Oh, you do as well, eh? Okay. All right. That's fine. So we'll do that. I think it'll be easier for everybody. Okay, any other bits or pieces? We're going to try it a couple of more times just to be sure and give you a chance to get those little changes in there. But is there any other bits and pieces that are bothering you or bowing or anything? The bowing is very straightforward. Nothing fancy about it at all. And that's how you get through these syncopated tunes. Remembering that the bowing is not fancy. It's just straight downy uppy. Like there's not even any up-ups really in this tune. Okay? So just rely on that regular old, plain old downy uppy bow. If you try to do anything weird, you're doing it wrong. Okay, let's give her one more try. Oh, it's stuck in my cards. Just 1 second. There we go. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yards. It's great. It's going to be great. Okay. Everybody feeling comfy now? With that crazy Scottish Viking music? It's good. Right on. So we might as well try... well, actually, why don't we leave all that new stuff for now? We'll practice Dusky Meadow. Okay, and we'll practice a bit of A major before we do that as well. Because I think that was pretty good. We learned a lot of music tonight. And so it's going to be the Miss Rowan Davies, followed by Erthy Castle, followed by Willa Fjord. And then I'm going to figure out a reel. And then hopefully we'll do Cape Breton's Welcome. That's going to be that set. All right? We'll call it a Scottish set or a Scottish island set. Maybe I'll see if I can I'll try to get a reel from another island. And you know, Phil is from Skye, right? So it'll be a British Isles set. You know, when we were on tour in England, I think it was 1989 or something like that, we stayed at a bed and breakfast, and my mom found a laundromat and did all the laundry, and it was quite a lot of it. There was 5 or 6 of us on the road, and brought it back to the B&B, and we folded it all up and everything, and then we were packing our stuff into the car. And for some reason, she put all the socks separately in a separate bag, right? And didn't we leave the B&B with the bag of socks, which was all of our socks, sitting on the sidewalk next to the van. And after, it was so funny. After that, my dad called our tour Barefoot in the British Isles. Anyway, so I'll find some other island music, and we'll do a whole Islander set there. Okay? Now, so let's take a look at Dusky Meadow. Let's practice A major. See if we can get a little bit. We'll do a couple of exercises in the key of A too. Okay? We'll do some thirds. So we'll work out a little tiny bit in the key of A major, and then we're just going to do Dusky Meadow dead slow until people start to feel comfortable with the hand. The left hand. That's going to be the biggest challenge of Dusky Meadow. Okay? So first of all, a nice slow A major scale. I got my tuner on here so you can trust me and you can tune to me. Here's your low A. Okay? Here we go. Nice and easy. Ready? Go. Let's do an arpeggio right away. Ready, go. Okay, now how's everybody feeling first off with the key of A? Did you have pretty good success there? Not bad? Let's do it again right away. Scale followed by arpeggio. Ready, go. Arpeggio. Okay, so if people still feeling good about A, not too bad. Now let's do a scale in thirds. Everybody remember what that means? 1, 3, 2, open, 3, 1, open, 2, like that, all the way up the scale. Okay, so we start with 1 to 3, and then we go 2 to open, and on up we go. Okay, not too fast. Ready, go. Down we go. My fingers are a little sticky from caramel. Okay, so how did that go with the scale in thirds? Anybody totally confused and didn't know what the hell we were doing? No? That's good. Let's do it a little quicker. Same thing. Like that. 1, 2, 3, go. Mine suffered slightly with the speed, a little bit at the top. I don't know why, but hopefully that was okay for you guys. Did everybody get along okay at that speed? Not bad. This is a good thing to practice, guys. Scale in thirds in the key of A. Okay. Another thing that occurs to me, we'll talk more about it next time, because we're almost out of time. But double stops in this key are going to be really, really good. This one here, for instance. That's the E on the D string and the C sharp on the G string. That's a third in the key of A. See, 3 notes apart. C sharp to E. And when you're doing Dusky Meadow, see how you got to make that shape with your hand? And so when I do it, I do put both fingers down. I leave them down. See that? And then it's there for me. So that's a good double stop to do. So let me see. Also this one, the 5th in the key of A. Having your first finger on the G string and the D string at the same time, making it sound good. So when I play the tune, see that? Very, very convenient. See that? One move, lots of music. And we got to do it so often. So that's something we're going to look at. I want you guys to remember that. So that's E and C sharp together, and it's A and E together on the G string and the D string. I want you to have a crack at those this week. We're going to talk about them more next week. Okay? Another one would be E and A. See that? Very, very common, especially in this tune. So let me see. This is a good one. C sharp and E. That's one there. See, that's another shape. These are shapes that my hand takes on to get through this tune to make it easier. Okay? That's about all of them. Those are the useful shapes in this key. So I'm going to leave that idea with you. I want you to play around with it when you're practicing this week. Next week we'll take a good look at it. We'll investigate those double stop shapes of the hand. For now, let's go over Dusky Meadow dead slow and 300 times. Dusky Meadow. All right. We can curse whoever it was that wrote this one too. Talk about how he wrote it way too hard. Or what was the guy that Mozart's patron? He said too many notes. Okay, so we're going to go slow. Tuning is what you're doing. Okay, that's going to make it a lot easier if you're playing in tune. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now, is anybody having trouble at that speed? Leslie, you're having trouble? How's your arm, by the way?
It's getting tired, and I think that's part of the problem
to memorize them, and I've got little numbers, finger numbers, written all at the bottom.
It's good.
So when we get about, I don't know, into the second line, I lose track of where I am.
Yes, I understand. Now the numbers are going to help, eh? Definitely. And just try to remember the repetition. So when we're getting into the second line there, that's the first phrase again.
Yeah, and I know that, but my brain's having trouble saying, okay, now that's where we are.
Oh, another thing I was going to say, for people that are kind of, putting like having trouble with some notes, these C sharps all through this first part there, you don't have to get every one. Okay? You can try to make a goal of a couple of them, you know what I mean? But otherwise, let's do, just try to make it a little easier on yourself. You can see that it's not like it's the main note of the part. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah. So make that easier on yourself, okay? But if that was the only trouble you were having, then I think this is a good safe speed. And I think that we should basically, I want you guys to only practice it at that speed all week. Just 1 second here. Okay, so that speed is, let's see here. I'm going to say, I'm going to take a venture, I guess, here. It's so hard to figure out what tempo things are just by listening to them. The only reference you really have is your heartbeat, which for most people is about 60. Unless you're a heavy smoker, then it's about 100, something like that. Dum dee day. So we were playing that at about 60. Dum dee da 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 da. Or 65. 65 on the metronome is where we were for that. Okay? So don't venture past 60 working this week on your own. Just don't. Just play it at 65 all week. Make sure everything's in. Intonation and smoothness and that phrase for Leslie or whatever's bothering you, the C sharps, whatever it is, make sure it's all in at that speed all week. And then next week we're going to do a few things, we're going to talk about a few things, and we're going to speed it up a bit and see if we can get it stronger. Okay?
Hi Dan, the last bar, I think we had decided to change the E to a short one.
It is. It's going to be a short E there in the last bar. Okay? Short E. Anyway, that was a great workout tonight, guys. I hope your shoulders are all right because it was a lot of playing. And so we'll see you next week, and I'll hopefully have a new tune for you, and I'll come up with a plan for our concert in our future. All right. Thanks a million. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.